Hello, I'm Dylan Maddox, and I'll be talking about the different types of behaviorism and their understanding of behavior in psychology. First, we have is radical behaviorism that argues that only things that should be studied are observable events, things that you can physically see. They said that internal mental events are not something that should be studied, so stuff like thoughts and feelings are not the focus of this study because they can't directly be observed. And this approach strongly emphasizes the relation between stimuli and responses. Next is methodological behaviorism. This type also says psychology should focus mainly on overt, observable behaviors. However, where it differs from radical behaviorism is that it allows psychologists to speculate about internal causes of behavior and what could cause a certain behavior based off of what the individual is doing, and then the internal processes are not directly studied but more speculated about. Next is purposive behaviorism, which tries to explain behavior based on its purpose or its goal, or what they're trying to achieve, instead of looking into a stimulus response and then what happens from that stimulus going forward. This approach says that behavior can be understood in terms of what is actually trying to be achieved. Fourth, we have neurobehaviorism. This perspective still prioritizes observable behavior, but it tends to be a little bit more flexible. It says that internal events such as mental processes can also be included in psychological studies, as long as they are clear and operationally defined to what is actually being observed, that they can be actually measured in a scientific way, or then are they considered to be part of like psychology in the study. Finally, we have descriptive behaviorism, which focuses on describing the relationship between environmental events and behavior rather than explain why those relationships happen. Its goal is more to identify patterns that develop deeper theories. In summary, all of these are different forms or different approaches to behaviorism and how to study behavior and the interests of behavior and the actions that behavior can cause or have like an individual to be able to react a certain way. They all give importance to internal mental processes and whether they can focus on explanation, purpose, and descriptions. Thank you.